Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Stellaris. We have our Cervantian coalition that's in the process of making first contact with a couple of different aliens. We're in the process of securing our frontier, so let's unpause and move things back on. We're also trying to save up enough alloys so that we can build ourselves a grand museum of all the various exhibits and things that we've found. It's going to take us a little bit of time to actually get the supplies that we need in order to do that, but I have confidence that we'll be able to do it before too long.
System survey complete.
Some
first contact missions will present options for how we wish to conduct matters. These choices can affect...
Okay, well, we're going to have a choice to make. So first things first, the Isle system that was previously surveyed. The Flamgaro system has been done as well, so we've already got our ship moving on and carrying on as it should. You're exploring down here. So let's move straight on to the first contact event. So this is the Daleth aliens up here in the north. The Daleth aliens appear eager to establish communications with us, having sent a large audio and visual transmission that appears to offer the key to translating their language. Our experts are confident that we'll be able to use this to learn to communicate with them soon. Of course, we'll have to trust them that their offered translators are not misleading, and that we'll be able to reliably interpret information presented from surely vastly different experiential context. Well, their trust is most welcome indeed. So that wasn't a specific choice that we had to make, but it was a positive outcome. And yeah, they are receptive. Look at them. They're kind of cute. Right, I was in the process of
Anomaly found.
looking at our alloys and seeing if we can do anything to speed that up. We could buy 125. While we've got the trade surplus, let's do that. This anomaly is in the Norsium system. That's down here. It's routine, so go ahead and investigate that. And it looks like our final mining station up in the north has been done. We're a bit low on influence, so we're not really going to be able to push much further out. If we did, moving to Dewtrap and then down to the other habitable world would probably make a bit more sense. So let's start our construction ship moving down. I really want to find out how secure we are in this area, but there's not a great deal we can do other than just be patient, which I dislike. I dislike it in quite a lot of ways. First contact event for the Upsilon aliens. Mistaken translation. Our attempts to decode the language used in the signals have hit a setback. It seems that a key assumption our linguists had been relying on in their translation has been conclusively disproven. While this means much of our progress will have to be revised, at least our future efforts will hopefully be built on a more reliable basis. That's unfortunate. That gives us -2 insights. So we're not really making a lot of progress, but we are getting there. %0 chance of a breakthrough. Oh, and one for the Eta aliens as well. The illuminated dual system appears to be home to an advanced society of unknown origins, dwelling in a series of space stations across the system. Envoy Pashnaragan has observed multiple crafts flitting between them, as well as several larger expeditions leaving the system for unknown purposes. They seem to be broadcasting repetitive but not particularly content-filled signals in our general direction, a development which has confused our linguists, but may help them translate the language. Okay, so this is actually in our home system. So if they've been living in there for a while, I'm surprised we hadn't seen them before now. Swirling shadows. Immense ragged planes of shadow drift across E04's face. They cast not by clouds, but by sheets of organic material drifting through the upper layers of the atmosphere, hinged, or rather jointed, to allow for a small degree of articulation. Science Officer Pashno Cooper is as yet unwilling to say whether these things are flora or fauna, or what possible purpose, if any, their elaborate shadow casting might serve, but it does leave some society research there. Let's pause for a second and have a check. We've got a planet with unemployment. It is our home planet. We could build another building. We've got plenty of amenities, so people are generally happy. So if we were going to do something, we could get more civilian industries to get more consumer goods. I think that's a smart choice at this point. The various worlds that we've colonized, we need to get them up to 1,000 population before we can upgrade them. So it's going to be a fair old amount of time before that happens. $812 alloys. We are getting closer. It's going to take us 1,000 in order to build the structure that we need. But before we get there, we have a tradition available. So, we can reduce the upkeep on our researchers, that's nice. We could also get the research subsidies edict and improve the amount of stuff we get from various star bases. I think we'll go for the faith in science and reduce the researchers' upkeep. That's a nice, straightforward one. For the alloys, we could sell some energy credits because we've got quite an excess. Use that to buy some more alloys, and that way we're nearly there. There we go. Grand Archive. It's underway. It's going to take a long time for this to be built, but
System survey complete.
I'm pretty stoked for us to get it. Ooh. This is an alien system for the Daleth aliens. Which means they could come down into Pulsarath. Which I'm not too worried. I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. Let's survey some nearby systems, just to see how much of this area they have, and then we might look at taking Flemigo. We've got the influence that we could build a starbase when we get down here, assuming we have the alloys. Alloys are really going to start being something we need to consider if these turn out to be hostile aliens, which I don't think they will. We're going to want to be shoring up our borders. Leaning into diplomacy is going to certainly buy us a bit of time, I think. With that. Oh, we've got things. We've got things happening. So, first things first. We have liftoff, though dangerous. The alien ship's intoxicating mist could augment the effectiveness and loyalty of our Empire's soldiers. However, the question remains, should we subject our own soldiers to this hazardous substance, or should we say no and learn from their tragic mistakes? So either we get more army damage with Sage Rage, or we get a solid chunk of influence. Army damage is fine. And it has proven effective. At least we've leaned into it a lot. And that's really why I'm thinking that this is not the right choice. We've already got 50% on defensive armies and 45% in addition on all armies. So an additional 5% on that's not going to be a huge amount. But 100 influence right now, that's going to allow us more expansion options. So we'll do that. And that means that the site has been fully excavated. Great. Which means you are now free to come and do the next one. That's perfect timing. Our Grand Archive is 4% complete. We have another minor artifact thing that I did not spot. Where is our construction ship that's on the way? Down here. Yeah. 26 more alloys. Oh, that would be from the fresh archaeological excavation. Get the starbase there, and then come back and do the research stations up here. The Eta aliens in our system, they're the Caravaneers. We've managed to decipher the confusing, repetitive message of the Eta aliens. It turns out it's commercial advertisements. It appears that the illuminated dual system is the home system of a group of spacefaring traders calling themselves the Caravansary Caravan Coalition. They apparently make a living offering the best deals, what they claim is the best deals, to whichever civilization they happen to be visiting at the time. Okay. So we can trade with them whenever they come through. Greetings from the Vangarium Trium, certified Caravaneer traders of the Caravansary Caravan Coalition. We're in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves. Teamwork makes the dream work. Whenever we enter your territory, we'll offer you exclusive deal. Unfortunately, our ships are all outside your territory for the moment, but we look forward to doing business in the future. In the meantime, do not hesitate to contact us, but be aware that incoming calls will be rerouted to the Coalition. And these are other ones. So the Racket Industrial Enterprise. Well met, your credits amassed. Yeah, there is an emptiness in your spirit. Okay. That's kind of cool. So we've managed to decipher them. They appear to make a living by offering the best deals. That is a first contact event done. So if we go to our... Go to our Empire Focus. This hasn't counted as first contact, and I assume that's because they're an NPC faction. That's kind of interesting. Still, all good. Ah, there we go. Task completed, finish first contact. We just needed to let it pass a bit. Ooh. So, while they were in Illuminated Duel, their actual home system is Char's Compass over here. So they're close by. Building a starbase module will give us a bit of progress on each of these, so that's kind of tempting. There's a few different things that I want to do ahead. We've only got one construction ship. So we need to build a starbase here. We want to come back and get those minor artifacts. Then we want to come back and build the mining stations here, and then we want to take TSF. And all during that time, our other construction ship is building the Grand Archive. So it'll be able to help out with some of the logistics just as soon as it's done. Communications established. We're receiving a transmission from the Raal Pious Alliance. They appear to have successfully translated our language. Diplomatic channels are now open and all hostilities have ceased. Okay. So they are egalitarian and fanatic spiritualist. I bring greetings from the Reverend Elder Braca, the elected leader of the Royal Pious Alliance. We believe in the right of all sapient beings to fulfill their individual spiritual needs. We hope that you share this sentiment. Love is friendship set to music. Sure. Yeah, let's be happy and friendly. The news that we've encountered intelligent alien life for the first time is spreading like wildfire throughout our coalition. Our citizens are fascinated by these beings, and the media is full of reports and speculations on their culture and society. The revelation that we're not alone in this galaxy has been largely greeted with celebration on Sheltered Reach. Just like us, the aliens appear to be relative newcomers on the galactic stage, and their level of technology is similar to our own. This is giving us a research option for xenolinguistics. That's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. And with the Daleth aliens, communications have been established. Our efforts to decipher the signals picked up have paid off, and we've finally made a breakthrough. While our mastery of their language may not be complete, we've managed to successfully open diplomatic channels with the civilization we now know to be the Valkylian Assembly.
They can talk, and they want to talk to us.
Great. So we've finished another first contact procedure. These people are Xenophiles. Great. They love aliens. We love aliens. They are militarist. Not so good. They're spiritualist. That's fine. I bring greetings from Reverend Elder Ungrungro Mudok, the elected leader of the Valkylian Assembly. We believe in the right of all sapient beings to fulfill their individual spiritual needs, and we trust that an enlightened species such as yourself shares the sentiment. We wish for nothing but to be friends. Okay, we have several things that we need to do now. Let's go to our contacts thing. So, the splintered species, they're not particularly great in terms of relations. But we can't do anything about it. The Valkylian Assembly, however, we can do something about.
The diplomacy screen is where we communicate with other civilizations.
Yeah, we know that. Right, I want to be improving our relations. So let's get someone working on that directly. Because at the moment they're neutral hostile. And they're right on our border, which is not great. We would definitely need a lot of favors in order to get an embassy there. We could close our borders to them. For right now, let's just work on improving relations. Same with the Royal Pious Alliance.
Our intel level with this empire is dropping.
Let's improve relations. Interesting that they have a Casus Belli on us. They're not actively trying to... the Valkylians aren't actively trying to stop us improving our relations, so that's good. I don't think it's worth us sending someone else along, but we will start building a spy network.
The espionage tab shows how our envoys are building spy networks with...
this is going to start gathering intel based on our infiltration level, so that will gradually build up over time. And we should probably do the same with the Royal Pious Alliance. So that is all of our envoys busy with both of the people that we know out in the universe. Very interesting finding other species out there. Alright, how is our construction getting along? 13% on that. Starbase has just started being built. That's their territory there. Oh no! Tiaseth. Tiaseth is within the Royal Pious Alliance, so we're not going to be able to get that habitable world. And we've got other problems. After an initial communication with the Valkylian Assembly, we received some troubling news. An attack fleet of outdated Saventian ships has entered Valkylian space and is now speeding towards their starbase. The accelerating ships are moving at such a rate that anything biological inside them must have been reduced to a liquid by now. There's nothing we can do to stop this disaster. These oversized missiles will completely demolish the starbase in Lothandia. We can only look in horror unless... We have to issue an apology and reprimand. We are trying to build good relations.
Handshake protocols activated.
So this is going to cause us problems, certainly. We've established a spy network in the Valkylian Assembly. That's great. We could take this territory, actually. In theory. We have one of our ships has gone missing in action. That's going to be because it was behind enemy lines when borders were closed. I assume the Valkylians have closed their borders to us. The Norrisum system's been fully surveyed, so you're on your way back. That's good. Yeah, Valkylians have closed their borders to us. So our science ship will come back. Just for right now, it is missing in action. But when it comes back, we'll put it to work up here. So we have a proposal from the Royal Pious Alliance. They want to guarantee our independence. Sure, I'm totally fine with that. That seems like a really good thing that... So it's just going to build relations. Oh my god, that's so bad. They are actively trying to harm our relations. That's not good. I would like to not be at war with them. We might need more envoys to try and improve relations there. Well, they've taken the place back. That's not a surprise. Oh. And they're starting to claim our systems. Alright. We can't be having that. We may need to buy some metals so we can do some upgrades. So let's sell some minerals, sell some food, sell some consumer goods, and buy a stack of metals. That's going to get us Pulsaroth upgraded. And between the two of these, I'm hoping we'll be able to stand and defend. If we have a communications jammer, that's gonna help a little bit, but I prefer a target uplink computer.
Handshake protocols activated.
Non-aggression pact for the Royal Pirates? Sure. I'm happy for that. Let's have a look on the grand scheme of things. So Royal Pirates are actually really good. Valkyrians are worse than us. From what little we can tell. So we've made friends with the right people. How is this starbase coming along? 27%. I would like that gun battery to be done sooner rather than later. There's the target uplink computer. They do have a few systems. And we haven't completely hemmed
Research
them in.
complete.
Okay. Administrative AI is done. Let's push for... I guess we could start gearing for combat. Blue lasers are probably a smart choice to proceed on that line. You can start excavating. And actually, before you go all the way up, build the mining station there, then come up and build the research station there. And after that, come into Richla. It's going to be another 5 months before the CVSS Emplar makes it back. Hey. Build a starbase module. That gives us an exploration of reward, which is automated exploration protocols. Oh, there's so many things that we've just ticked off. We've just got 3 of them. So we can now research for the automated exploration protocols. That's cool. We might... no, let's not change our focus just yet. We'll keep things as they are. How's the upgrade going? It's taking a little bit of time, but that's fine. We'll get some gun modules over here just as soon as that construction's complete.
Construction complete.
Yeah, 2 gun batteries, and then we'll get a target uplink as soon as we can. This is going to make me feel a little bit better about our border up here. It's a real shame that that's blocked off the way it is. Our science ship has returned. Awesome. Let's bring it round here and explore all of this. So survey, 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 survey. Can't survey that one, but we can then come up here and survey.
System survey complete.
That's within someone's borders, so you can explore there and then maybe survey down here. It's a pretty nice place over here, but it's so far away. Get a starbase when you're done. Right, we've got first contact event from Sigma aliens. And the Porobim system. Where's the Porobim system? Down here. Until we can find out more about them, if they possess a language, we must decipher it in order to communicate. Well, we don't have a specific envoy free to assign, so we'll leave that and maybe they will figure out our language instead. In the meantime, Pulsaroth, we will get target uplink, and that's this section, nice and secure. Now they could push around and expand that way, which obviously we would not like, but we can potentially like head up and head them off. Ooh. An ancient space station of some kind has been located at the edge of the Boisticum system. The Boisticum system is... where is it? I guess it's this one that we were just moving into. Seems to be. Okay. The strong residual subspace signature that surrounds the station indicates that it may be a gateway of sorts. Part of a theoretical network of similar stations that at some point would have allowed for near instantaneous travel between different parts of the galaxy. Assuming this is a gateway, its current state of disrepair has rendered it unusable. If it continued to, or if it could be restored into working order, its owner would potentially be able to access any other functionality and functional gateways within the galaxy, enabling travel across huge distances. Yeah, there it is. And that is an unknown empire that's in there. As long as we haven't made contact, we can survey their places. That's interesting. Recently, Urea Nilpilpin has grown increasingly withdrawn. Once again, she's requesting permission to return home. Her co-workers note that her depression has been affecting her work and suggest that we let her go. Ooh, that would cost us 1,000 unity. But she is our best. We need to keep her at any cost. I feel so bad for this, but it is necessary. That's taken all of our unity. I don't know if she's going to actually get that substance abuser trait. No, because she's full up. She is not a substance abuser. She's not losing 10 years of her life. The only thing
complete.
That cost us was unity. Get another gun battery at Trevor station. Okay, we have specialist population that are not currently employed. Let's get an alloy foundry. I think that's pretty good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We can build some more districts as well, which, given our unemployment, I think is a smart option. We've got plenty of food coming in, so let's get a mining district on the way. And a generator district. Or we could get a city district and get some scientists. Scientists and bureaucrats. I like that. Push our technology on a little bit faster. There we go. That's all queued up. That's all the resources we've got for right now. soon we're going to have 2 bits of minor artifacts coming in regularly. How is the construction
Handshake protocols activated.
of our Grand Archive coming? It's good. Right, what is the proposal? Ooh, we aim to establish an embassy on Sheltered Reach for the future betterment. Yeah? Mutual embassies, I think, is a good choice. Yeah, these people are significantly more powerful than us. If I bring up our contacts, they are overwhelming. So the fact that they're happy and looking to keep us not quite as pets, but as friends, I am really, really okay with that. Their diplomatic weight is 618. Don't know what our diplomatic weight is at the moment, but we are finding out more stuff with our intel gathering. I really wish these guys weren't hostile. We want to be friends with everyone. We want to genetically uplift all of the non-sapients as well. Okay, I think, yeah, they're expanding up and round.
Construction complete.
Well, we've got the modules as secure as they can be. And we have the money now, at least the alloys, to build and claim the next system. So after this one, we're going to immediately start jumping up this way.
Handshake protocols activated. Spaceborne life form encountered.
Ooh. A hostile alien fleet. Right, let's do this in order. So, research agreement. Both empires will gain a bonus from researching technologies already discovered by the other empire. Because they're overwhelming in terms of relative power, I think it's pretty smart for us to do that. Or our envoys are consuming influence. That's painful. Yeah, we'll agree to that. You are evading, so rather than like pushing round there, for now, come straight and survey up this way. We've made contact with the mysterious aliens in the Omshik system. For now, we've codenamed the Sadie aliens, until we can find out more about them. If they possess a language, we've got to decipher it. Well, we're not going to manage that without an envoy doing a thing. Improving relations with the Valkyrian Assembly is just stopping things becoming bad. We could reassign Prashno Porum, because they are working on improving our relations. We don't need you to do it. Let's try and figure out what these aliens are.
Handshake protocols activated.
A commercial pact to increase the value of both of our trade networks. This is starting to eat into our influence. However, that trade will be useful for us, so let's accept it. Actually, let's have a look in here at these. What the hell is that? That is some kind of glowing plasma ball of death and doom. With a 4K battle power, that's terrifying. That is completely horrific. Okay, it looks like Panther's at the point where we have some unemployment. people are going other places. We could start building districts. Or working on some of the specialisms. So let's do that. Awesome. On our way to claim the next system, we're gonna try and scooch up here quickly. So survey all this way. And try and head them off at the pass. Once you're done with that, survey
Construction
here,
complete.
then here. Right. That archaeological site that we've got over here, robot debris. Upon closer examination, the smashed droids found on the surface of RP-CHN appear to originate from two distinct cultures. Technologically, the droids must have been evenly matched when they were still functional, but there are many subtle differences that hint at different design origins. That is curious indeed. That's given us a stack of minor artifacts, that's always nice. And the excavation is going to continue. And both of our star bases are now fully upgraded. Which should at least give them a bit of a chance if enemy ships come in. Down on Seldis, we'll get a generator district going. That's going to give people jobs to work, which is going to encourage population growth. We are getting a decent stack of Unity coming in, so considering how badly things went initially, it makes me feel pretty good.
Research complete. System survey complete.
Okay, let's have a look at the research. Army damage up. Worker population resource output up. Let's push our research on to... We could go for mineral purification. That's going to allow us to do the specialization of districts. Materials workshop is an interesting one. Turn consumer goods into engineering research. It's a very interesting building. We're going to go for the mineral purification though. But I do like the new technology ideas that the game is playing with. Okay, construction has been completed down here, so let's start off with the research station. In fact, let's start off with the mining station, I think. As soon as we get a little bit more, there we go.
Handshake protocols activated.
Cue that up. So we are still getting some influence right now. Migration treaty. Population will be able to freely move between both empires. Sure. I'm up for that. Sheltered Reach tainted. What should have been a celebration of diversity and friendship ended in a sour note as a protest organised by Haven broke out in the front of the R'al embassy. The protesters were not shy about their views, shouting such colourful slogans as "beasts belong in the recycling plant." Unsurprisingly, this has increased diplomatic tensions between our empires. Okay, we're going to reprimand Haven and apologise. It's going to slow down our research, but it's the right thing to do. System has been fully surveyed, that's good. And up here, the next system has also been surveyed. Okay, how badly has that hit our relations? Okay, so our relations are good. If it had dropped by 200, that would have been quite a significant decrease, but overall, it's not in danger. And it is going up. So that's all fine. So you're on your way to build that one. After that, get number 4. And in fact, after that, get number 3. You'll have enough resources by the time you get over there. How is our Grand Archive coming? 85%. It is almost there. And we can finally finish off Discovery. So we'll do that right now. And let's pause. So having finished Discovery, this is giving us access to the Research Cooperative Federation types. And it's giving us an Ascension perk down here.
The Ascension perks list shows the...
So let's have a look and see what we can do with these. Interstellar Dominion, not particularly amazing. Technological Ascendancy, I am a big fan of because I love getting good research. One Vision, Mastery of Nature. What's going to play most into who we are as a people? Because we're looking to uplift empires. Yeah, let's go for Shared Destiny. As we reach for ever greater heights, we must not leave behind those who have loyally served us. The glorious future of our empire was always meant to be a shared destiny. Now there's loads of options all the way down here that we might end up moving towards at some point. Xenocompatibility, needs gene tailoring. But for right now, let's go with Shared Destiny. This is also giving us more envoys, which is going to be good. Which in theory we could put them to use, or at least have them available for first contact events. So let's have a look at first contact events. Down here we are needing an envoy for this one, so we'll get that done. And that should give us an idea of who this is over this side. This empire is pretty huge, not gonna lie. Okay, well, I think that's going to be a good point to finish this episode off. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I hope you are continuing to enjoy this. As always, if you are, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode. Stellaris. See you soon.